viewers, YouTubers. What is up? All right, good to go. Did you see the DM I sent about the bot nickname? No. The purpose robot. Yeah, I don't think I remember doing that. I don't think I remember doing that, but that's all good. Let me go ahead and post this link. If you guys are on here, make sure to tap your screen. Quick question: do you know where babies come from? Typically there's like a bird. I forget what the name of the bird is. But it kind of steps in and does most of that stuff. So I didn't really spend much time. I think you kiss. It's like a few kisses and then some crying and then you got a baby. Yeah, stork. A stork. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and give it a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and prep for this week. Yeah, that's right. We're going to take a look at the economic calendar. We're going to kind of go over some headlines. Really, we're just focused on what stocks are in range and what are not out of range, because that's going to be our guide. I am going to be putting out a schedule for what I'm going to be doing this week, and a lot of it is based off of whether or not we're going to be in range or not. So if we're in range, it's not flying, but this will be recorded and posted to YouTube. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, you can leave those below the comment later on. All right, I think we're good to go. Shrimps are on the barbecue. Canceled? Nah, not canceled. Just I had to get my mic set up. All right, guys, if you guys don't mind, just tap your screen. I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking down what I've got going on this week, and then I will take your requests, so whatever they may be, let me know, and we'll go ahead and try and develop some sort of trading plan to help you guys out. Trying to get back on the talk a little bit before I inevitably delete it, but all right. Can I check out Cron? Yeah, for sure. We'll all those requests, and if you guys are in the Discord, you know, it does help if you guys type here, but if I'm not seeing your message, you know, feel free to drop that in the trade chat. That will also help. So cool. All right, so anyway, let's just really quickly, obviously we're coming off of, as you can see up here, we're coming off of a relatively red week. We saw the S&P pretty much stay within, it did pull back, but it's still within range. A lot of people are already screaming bearish. I'm still staring at this cost basis right below us at 435.35. I think that's going to let us know whether we're going to be making a new low or not, or if this is your double top or whatever. If there's a gap up above, I'm pretty sure it's not. Anyway, so coming off of last week, still being in range, needing to break out of range. We're looking at the week ahead. We're looking at the economic calendar. And this is obviously where I start my week. This gives me an idea of just the sentiment, right? Price action, sentiment, they go hand in hand. Yeah, that should be mic check. Yeah, I think we're good. But anyway, Monday and Tuesday, nothing. We don't really have anything to worry about. Just some small stuff. Nothing coming in at like 10 a.m. or anything like that. So dog hit my door. So I'm not really super concerned. I do want to talk about earnings season, which is coming up shortly and should be that volatility driver that is going to send us up or down or sideways, more than likely in a specific direction. So we're going to be taking a look at StockTwits as well. But as far as the economic calendar is concerned, Wednesday, 8:30 before the bell, CPI, month over month, year over year, core CPI. And then Thursday, shortly after, we also have PPI unemployment claims coming in before the bell as well. Finishing off Friday on University of Michigan consumer and inflation expectations, consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. But other than that, if you guys don't mind, remember to tap your screen. I am trying to fight my way back onto this app algorithmically anyway. Okay, So that's the economic calendar. Now, I do want to point out, of course, earnings. That's one thing that can drive volatility into the stock market, and you can go sideways into it. So it's obviously something to point out. But Thursday, or Friday, excuse me, we're going to start our bank earnings. So we're going to have Wells Fargo, JPM, Citigroup, BlackRock all coming in. We also start Thursday with a few. Then we've got Monday, not really anything important, but the majority of those banks coming in the next day. Again, these are all things to think about. Going sideways, but JPM going to 152 on Friday. I mean, again, I don't know. What I can tell you is that the mechanics work the same. So my strategy is going to be able to take care of it. Now, the really interesting part, and I'm going to let you guys know right now that I'm okay with losing. I mean, I'm not okay with losing, but if I put $7,000 into Tesla on a straddle, or if I put into something into a straddle that goes maybe heavier into one side than the other, I am okay with that. I have been trading Tesla now for months. I'm not super duper concerned about putting a little bit of money into this, but I am playing earnings. Okay, I am playing earnings, and one of the reasons I am playing earnings is because I have equity, and I have equity that is making me money. So I don't want to lose any money on it. And if I have to end up getting out of position, I want to make sure that I'm well hedged, and earnings could be that volatile, or could drive volatility into that stock specifically. But we're still aiming for the 335s and 350s potentially. So we'll talk more about that soon. All right. That's about it. Now, I just wanted to prep you guys, get you guys ready. A lot of people aren't even talking about earnings yet. This is going to be important. Everything, earnings month. It's exciting. I'm excited. But that brings me to the chart. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just briefly, I know everybody's going to ask me to do this multiple times, and I'm just going to show you guys where we're at on this higher time frame chart, why I see us sitting in this range, and where ultimately we do not want to lose. Okay, we've got two marks. One of the most important marks is 436.35. 436.35. That is directly underneath us. I think it switched from after hours to regular hours. And this is also, right, when we kind of veer back here, this is also cost basis. So you can get rid of this green shaded area and bring this over, right? That is ultimately the 50% mark within this range, which is ultimately where you would like to consolidate, break up above, and then almost guarantee yourself a new high. So right now, SPY needs to hold for basically 435, 436.35. Otherwise, and it's not really the end of the world, but, and you guys just saw that channel, it could be that we are heading back down. And excuse my shitty drawings here. I apologize, they're from previous sessions. But the goal here is to pull back, and if we do pull back, 429.25. That is the area of consolidation, Potter box underneath us. That must hold. That is the box right there. That's all I'm really concerned about. Period. End of story. There is a cost basis within that, and I do believe that if 425 and 423 are broken, we could be looking at more pain. So, all right. Now, I do want to get to the meat of it. We've been talking, playing, dealing with Tesla now for months, and I just kind of want to give you guys a weekly overview on what exactly we've got going on. So we talked about, I mean, this has been, you know, obviously we're past the gloating stage. This has been awesome. And as any good run would do, it would likely pull back, right? Or we could see some sort of profit taking. And this also happened right underneath our cost basis. If you don't know what cost basis is, this is basically where inside of an area of consolidation, buyers and sellers decide whether they like the price. If it's going up and it goes above cost basis, you will go you will go to resistance. If you go reject that resistance and come back down and break that cost basis, you will go to support. If you lose that area of consolidation, break back up and break that cost basis, it guarantees you a new high, or if it's the opposite way, a new low. All right, so with Tesla being at cost basis right there at that 286.31, 288 or 290 mark, that is basically where we want, and this is what I see. You guys can see the floor right here. I assume that Tesla is going to pull back, bounce, or be around 267.35 and 265. So we're looking at something like this, coming off, maybe filling that gap, bouncing, holding this floor right here, and we're good to go. And that's where I'll start prepping for earnings, because at the end of the day, all right, I feel that if I don't take this on, or if I am not managing my position going into this earnings, that I'm going to miss it. If you guys look at NVIDIA, we talked to, and listen, I didn't take this trade at all, so I'm not claiming to do anything or be anybody here. But one of the things that we were looking for was this cost basis mark, right? And cost basis was around 305 and 308 for NVIDIA. And basically we said if that was broken, that we would go and make significant new highs. And so when we're looking at Tesla, Tesla is right around one of those significant triggers that's not going to lead you into all-time highs, but would get you right up into this 335. So right up, well, come here, motherfucker. Right there. Candle close, candle wick, right? Candle body close, all this support right there. That's 336. So that is where I'm looking for Tesla. So this is probably not going to be a pretty week. I wouldn't imagine that we're going to see anything. So Monday and Tuesday may be your only days to capture one of the bigger moves. And I think one of the main things is you got to decide whether this offers you the risk to reward that you're looking for, or do you want to stick with the trend and wait for it to fill that gap and play that bounce. So other than that, I do want to talk about a couple of other stocks. SoFi. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are SoFi crackheads, or if you're not a SoFi crackhead, you're just simply watching this one for the squeeze. Maybe none of you guys are SoFi crackheads, but there's a lot of that going around. The SoFi pipe. Anyway, this thing actually looks pretty cool. So we got a lot of wicks on both sides, a lot of buyers refusing to allow this price to move down. Now, ultimately, I don't want to see SoFi move here. Okay, and this is 760. You open underneath 760, and I am going to assume that SoFi will fall. Now, it got pulled down. Why in this case you think it won't make a new high? I didn't say that. No. I do think. On Tesla. What I'm saying is I don't think that the new high will come from earnings. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be a process of building. You'll probably have, if you have a good earnings, I would assume that you're going to build a little bit, and then from there you'll see continuation to the upside. Or if we gap down, fill the gap to the upside, continue to the upside. So I'm not calling for a higher price target or anything of that nature. I'm just saying that that's what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm expecting, is a new high from Tesla. That's absolutely, just absurd, I guess. They would have to do something insane, So anyway, SoFi is on the small account. We're still rocking the small account. It's right around $500. I haven't really done shit with it. I've taken some good plays, but a lot of my other plays have got stopped out. Tesla for me isn't necessarily a problem. I like Tesla is actually, it does go up and down, but for the most part, this is a very mechanical stock. So we took the trade as it basically reclaimed. So anytime a stock reclaims a support, we took it down here. We took it above cost basis. We took it at the break. We also took it for the gap fill. We took it at the second cost basis break at 235. So it will, when it runs, it will run. And then when it hits a wall or hits an area of heavy consolidation, yes, it does go sideways. So, okay, so let's go back up. Tesla be back up. All-time P&L on what? Hey Potter, where do I post if I have a question? You can post in the trade chat if you want in the Discord. PKG, I'm sorry, buddy. I'll get it on something else. So I should probably alert again. Okay, there we go. What time frame are you in? This is the weekly. And I'm just giving you guys an overview, obviously, of what I'm looking at. Anyway, so aside from that, we also have our eyes on Plug Power. Listen, I am still bullish. I am still bullish on Plug Power. Everything that's happened is okay. Not upset about it. I am simply looking for Plug to open up above 1060. Otherwise, we could see further sideways action, no run. But there's a lot of space to the upside, a lot of money to be made on this thing. I think we see $15 if it does break. If 15 is broken, could be even higher. But obviously that is if bulls retain their current momentum and levels that we've reclaimed. So, okay. Yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any requests, those of you guys on TikTok, Discord, you guys can drop those requests now. Oops. I'm going to take them as they come in, so please don't spam the chat, but I will try to, as soon as I get in with one, I'm just going to look up. First one I see, I'm going to take it. If you're in the Discord and you absolutely want, I will be live tomorrow morning as well, so. Oh my god. Oh my god. What did I do? You alright, Ellie? Damn. My daughter just made some very weird sound. Alright, so the first one that I see here is Netflix. Alright, so I'm starting on the daily, period, end of story. And we've actually been talking about this one. I'm going to go down to the 4-hour here shortly, just give you a brief overview of what I'm seeing here. Alongside the cues, and it almost mirroring, it is mirroring the cues. Let me just move down to the 4-hour. This is going to make a lot more sense. So get rid of all this shit, because again, this was just temporary. I know that we established a trend there. We're not really worried about that anymore. Again, those type of trend lines typically broken. I don't try not to even use them, but this is currently what I have for Netflix. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and box this out. Again, our job is to find where buyers and sellers are. And as, yeah, hold on, let me delete that really quick. All right, so underneath you, right here, and we'll drop this line. This is 425.93. I'm gonna drop a second deviation here as well. I might even have to go down to the hourly time frame, and I think I will. Yeah, so when a stock is consolidating a lot and I'm looking for specific triggers or areas of consolidation, this is the type of shit that I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to go down to a much lower time frame and work it out from there. So I can tell you now that, and this is actually really cool. We talked about this, I believe, on the 3rd. I told you guys that anything underneath this white line, which is your cost basis, that if you gapped up above it, that you would ultimately more than likely go make a new high, and that would be 450. You have hit 450, okay? And you have come back down into your area of consolidation. And not only that, you've dropped down to this, and this might get a little bit confusing, but this is cost basis underneath you. So this is kind of where all you have to do is kind of let this trade fall into your lap. It either bounces, and this is what cost basis does for us. Cost basis at 433 is going to determine whether or not sellers like the price. So if Netflix, okay, opens up underneath, right, or inside of this box, and we'll call that 436.90, right? So in this red box, if you open up there, I'm going to automatically assume that you're going to 433. Now this is 1, 2, 3, so you would have to bounce for your 3rd time and recover your cost basis. If you recover cost basis, you will go make a new high, okay? Period. Cost basis, 442. Hold on one second. I don't want to give you guys a butchered mark. Yeah, we're going to need a candle open above 443. All right, candle open above 443. Open, bounce, right? That's that rejection, right? That is our cost basis. Underneath 433, right? You have a gap to fill, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you have a gap to fill. So this is actually awesome because you can set a stop loss, right? Using their stop loss. This is where buyers control the price. If a candle opens up inside of their wicks, they no longer have control, and you will more than likely move down into this gap, and I would assume bounce off of that lower area of consolidation here, or even drop down to that cost basis and bounce. So again, I'm not going to give you like, you know, what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. I mean, not that I couldn't, but I'm just looking at this on a lower time frame, because when a stock is in range like this, and more than likely developing range, right? Because we're looking at this with little bits of consolidation, right? We've got a Potter box there, we've got a Potter box here, and we've got one above us. If we look at this on the daily, more than likely this is going to be an area of consolidation in and of itself. So I wouldn't be surprised, 1, 2, 3, I would not be surprised if you make a new low, right? Potentially drop down, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe 405, and then recover that. So those of you guys who trade with me, you guys know that it's 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. If you go down and touch support and bounce, I'm long. I'm long, and I'm taking every single one of these fucking cost bases as entries. So Netflix looks pretty interesting. Personally, when I look at this chart, it's literally a react to price, cost basis, and that's it. So cost basis also tells us that if we punch down into a box below and break cost basis, you will make a new low. So that's the rule that we're also going off of as well. So they have earnings same day as Tesla. Okay, then I say sideways. If it has earnings, then there's a good chance this motherfucker's gonna go sideways. So all right, anyway, let's we got Netflix done. Netflix, Neo. What's the deal? Everybody's looking at Neo. I've been seeing, obviously, Rivian's probably one of the reasons why. All right, so let's go back into the past, and let's see what happens here. So above 1065, right? Looks like we get a pretty nice run. We're currently below that. We've filled our gap. And what have we bounced off of? I don't know. Probably a fucking cost basis. Let's go right there. Oh my God, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I love my job. Come on, don't do this to me. Yep. Man, it's almost like we don't make this shit up. All right, so that is your 1055. It does actually appear that you also have a very, maybe not, you probably don't have a gap. We'll take a look at that in a second. So, I mean, really, this is this is actually a pretty sweet chart. If you look at this, by the way, if you guys are watching, make sure to tap the shit out of your screen. It helps a lot. You're inside of the bear cage. I'm going to put it that way. So you're up against, right? You're either retesting your resistance, 1074, and that's where you go back down and perhaps make a new low. And I know that probably there's some dweeb out there pointing out that this isn't a wedge. I wouldn't even be considering a wedge. I really look for things like this. Oh my God, yeah. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Please, oh, don't do this to me. Don't do it. Well, that's interesting. So I honestly, I would write this fucking down right now. Any of you guys in the Discord, write this down. In fact, if you guys are in the Discord and you give a shit, I would love to see you guys chart this on every time frame that you feel is necessary. And in fact, instead of just talking about it, why don't we fucking be about it? Hold on one second. So we're going to do this. If you're in the Discord, you might want to turn your attention to the Discord. Life stackers, simple. There we go. Yep. All right. Maybe not. Hold on. Add members or roles. All right, so I'm gonna start in the Discord. If you guys go look, we're gonna discussion board, create a channel, forum. Hold on one second, guys. I want to make sure that this is cool, because this is why I like having the Discord. I want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see what you guys are working with. So, pause. Set recommendations. Let everybody post. Yep, let everybody post. Post guidelines. Make rules. I don't fucking know. Just fucking do it. Default. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that. Select emoji. I don't fucking know. Fire. Yes. 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 Okay. Create tags. Wait first post. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do Neo charts. Post your charts. Neo chart. All right, so I'm gonna do the same, and even if it doesn't look like mine, I want you to post it. So, and if it doesn't look like mine and you feel like you can argue why it should be like yours, please do it. I'd love to hear it. It's not a challenge. It's just simply I want to see what your thought process is on this is. So, but we'll go ahead and post the weekly. The weekly is obviously what's going to generate the first step in us taking a trade. So let me post this. Tags. All right, here we go. That's so dumb. All right, homework. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that you guys have this channel. All right. All right, that's your homework for tonight. If you guys are in the Discord, I want you guys to chart Neo up, but all I'm going to say is above 1078, I would start looking at targets yeah, we're going to go ahead and start looking at targets that are around the 1288 mark. What are auto fib? Damn, I don't even need auto fibs. I'm pretty much right there. 1167 is going to be basically, I'm going to assume cost basis, right? We've got an area of consolidation right there. Oh my God, look at that. So our goal for Neo is to get 1180 back. Yeah, for sure. Can I have a short on target? I'm not giving those out, brother. Wait, Mr. Belvedere, what question did you post? What? I don't see any questions from you, my brother. Oh, there it is. What if the green candle is bigger than the red candle? Does that Potter box still apply? Well, I would have to double check your box, but no, it's not a dumb question. I just need to see more context. For sure. The PB strategy is a Potter box strategy. It's just a strategy that I've invented myself. This is taking a glimpse at the mechanical nature of the market, placing our entries and our exits off of basically other leverage. So we use other people's leverage, and we also use something called a punchback. We're looking for a certain mark on a chart in usually at the 50% mark of an area of consolidation. Once this breaks, after you lose that area of consolidation and reclaim it and break cost basis, you will always make a new high. And so we use that mechanical factor to basically, and the consolidation itself, to place our entries, exits, and stop losses. So that way we know that if it goes below our stop loss, that we're not getting out and it's going to ride or rip back in front of us, that if we get out, it's going to continue to go back down or go back up. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is going to be reposted on YouTube. Yep. Yeah, so if my fair value gap gets stroked by my my liquidity silver bullet in the FNG gap, I'm just gonna, oh god, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, so Rivian's punchback was insane. Yes, Rivian's punchback was fucking insane. I saw that, and we actually talked about that. That was another like pre-Neo, right? That was a punchback, and then it actually made a really nice Potter box in there. Give you a single candle open above, and you could have taken it there. So, can you please explain how you choose your expiration dates on stocks? Okay, so let's really quickly go over this. I think everybody needs to know this. Is buying the ask or bid better? If it's moving fast and you can't get filled, but you're confident in the trade, the ask is just fine. If you can get the bid, that's always the best. It's just like eBay. Anyway, so can I? Yeah. So with Neo, right? We're trying to choose a expiration date. I have just found a potential play on the weekly. So this automatically puts me in a position where I'm going to start looking for contracts. So let's just say, right, my target is there, okay, right, and that's a good target. That's a money target right there. That's 1775, right? So that's my target. I can look at this chart and just automatically say, okay, for the most part, a weekly move, right, in either direction, whether that's up or down, takes a few weeks, right? Now, we have been laying low and in an area or in slow sideways downtrend consolidation, which is typically when you see things like wedges, things that pop or prop you back up. So ultimately, right, I have a profit target of 1750. Okay, so that's going to be my profit target looking at this chart. Because it's on the weekly, I am automatically 46 days away, 46 or even 50. So I'm looking at a contract that expires a month or 2 months away, 3 months away. Basically, to simplify this, right, if I'm looking at the weekly, my contract shouldn't expire even close to 30 days from now, right? Because the weekly, right, 4 of those candles and your contract's worthless. So you want to be past that. If I see and identify a trade, right, on the 4 hour, and I say, hey, this is going to play out in between now and Friday, and it's Tuesday, right, then I can just pick a strike, right, and this is obviously a multi-day trade. I can go out 2 weeks, right, 2 weeks. Now, these contracts are still going to be incredibly volatile. With any erratic movement in the stock. You're trending well, you should be printing. If you are not, and you're in an area of consolidation, so there's a lot of different variables. If I see a weekly chart, but the stock is still very much in range, I have to add more time, right? If it's not moving and hasn't confirmed my trade, then I have to add more time. For an hourly trade, right? I identify a setup on Tesla for the hourly, right? We're looking at this. Let's just paint this picture, okay? Say we pull back right here and we see a tap, right, off of this green mark, and we recover, okay? So that's what just happened, all right? which could happen, which is part of what we're looking to happen. But let's say that's what happens, right? And my entry is here, and my expectation is to break this mark, right? This is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the cost basis, right? So we'll make that yellow. That's cost basis. With cost basis breaking, it will give me a new high. That new high, right? I have to find the target. Once I found the target is 288, 289. This is an hourly move. Then, right, and only really then I can decide, okay, are we moving well? Is price action building? I can go ahead and again, this is where there's like little variables. Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? If it's Monday, I'm okay with taking a weekly contract on a stock that has reclaimed the floor, right? I'm very much okay with taking a contract that expires this week if cost basis is broken. But if it's reclaimed and it's not moving very well, or it's holding, then I'm just going to grab a contract that expires next week. So the art of picking a contract is one that you can set guidelines, and then there's some that there's information at the edges, right? Are you going to play weekly contracts or contracts that expire next week if the stock has earnings 2 days from now? Probably not, right? Or if you do, I mean, sometimes you can get away with IV being the reason that the contract doesn't decay. But that would be my answer to that, you know. So typically the chart is going to, where I identify the setup is what contracts, or I should be picking a correlating contract. So hopefully that makes sense. All right. Yeah, for sure. So let's go ahead and look at ACI. What? Is that like the grocery stores? You know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. Now, it's shitty with price action. Is this Albertsons? You have to Brian. Yeah, is that like the grocery store Albertsons? If it is, so let's do this. Oh my god. I love this. I love what I do. I don't always love it all the time, but I oh my god, look at it. I don't even have to draw the lines. What is that? Ooh. What is this? Damn. Nope, bring that down a little bit more. And then we're gonna drop the floor, which is not really relevant. It's way the fuck down there. Then we're gonna go zoom in a little bit. What is that? That's cost basis, and that's piggybacking off of a previous area of consolidation. We've got a lot of candle closes right here. There's the floor. Uh-oh, punchback, right? That looks like a punchback to me. Now, what is this wall? That's an interesting little itty-bitty wall. That's not the wall. Mm-hmm. Yes. I can look it forward. Remember to tap your screen if you guys don't mind. All right, so here's what I see from here. So right there. And this is a tricky little area. So what I'm looking at and looking for, right, is candle close, wick, right? Now, there is validity to this. This is also, so you're almost like trapped. But here's what I say. Obviously, buyers want to uphold this 2167, and it is incredibly flat. But I like shit like this because it usually will open up into something like this. Oh my god, hold on a second. Oh my god, dude. I don't know, bro. I feel like I just found this trick. Am I on Discord? No, I'm not. But you know what? Fuck it, I will. Now I am. There, if you guys are in the Discord, I'm probably gonna lose follow or viewers, but that is what it is. I don't really care. All right. There. Now we're in here too. We're in the Sunday charting. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back for some big brain analysis here because I think I did it. I think this is actually a Jesus Christ. Sorry, everybody was hot. Blue. Anyway, I think I found trend. I think I fucking found this thing. So that's actually another really cool stock. I like that a lot. It's got a big gap up above it. I'm gonna open up my handy dandy notebook here. Like that. Look at that. I got bears on my book. Got it at Target. Get it at Target. I should trade Target as much money as I lose on that motherfucker. Every time I go in that stupid store. Nothing else to talk about. Alright, you know what? We're gonna write this in red pen because my children took all of my pens and pencils. Alright, so I really liked Neo and I really like ACI, and it's not necessarily that they're good to go now, but they just have a really nice look to them. So here's what I'm saying, or here's what I'm thinking. There's a gap, okay? And that gap on Albertsons fills right here at 20. Oh my god. So this could be a great, you know what? This could be a fucking, say you have kids without saying you have kids, handy dandy notebook. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. You got me on that one. Hey Ray, you gotta mute the mic. That scared the shit out of me. You gotta shit out of me. All right, I did it. All right, I had it. Sorry, I heard that was eerie. Is that what you guys listen to all day? I'm sorry. Does volume matter for these setups? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have begun to use volume less and less. I just trade the chart, guys. I just trade the chart. Yeah, I don't fucking care. I'll be honest with you guys. No, I don't care. I maybe a little bit, but not anymore. There are certain elements to volume, like Tesla has high volume right now, so that's something that I'd like to stay away from at some point, but no. Anyway, let's get back to this. ACI, I believe that it does not need to go back underneath or close a candle underneath 2150. I personally would have a price target that matches or rivals this wick. I also can see that there's a possible, so you're going to have to give this floor the respect it deserves. So to be honest with you guys, I see 2277. I'm going to write these things down. So price targets, PT, I see first target is 2277. Following price target or deviation, personally, again, now listen, there's a Potter box there, right there, and there's going to be a cost basis right there. So it could be, and I'm just going to draw a little, right, speculation. Obviously, the stock loves to go sideways. It's not the most perfect breakout stock ever, but I imagine that if an uptrend is going to happen, that cost basis, and it could be that it happens in less time, but that's essentially what I'd be looking for. And ultimately, this channel, I think, if you go back down, stay above 21. So I'll put a note, don't lose $21. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I will buy equity in this. Limit, Joe, unless you're selling in high frequency conditions. Sometimes you just have to sell. All right. Yeah, this is being recorded, so you're good. Okay, Mr. Potter, I tried to explain it the best I could on my question. Okay. Does the Potter box apply to more the sell side since the red candle closed high 104 than the green candle that closed below 104? Starbucks. How about this? All right, that's ACI. I like it. We'll take a look at that one shortly. So, how is that on the 1 hour? How did wait 105? Where's 105? I gotta get you a laptop, dude. Yeah, give me 1 second, guys. Just answering the question really quickly. That was a punchback, by the way, everybody. That's a punchback right there. Cost basis right there. Build above, break down below. Really simple. Now this is on 412. Oh, geez, you're really far back there. All right, so. Am I? Yeah, I'm gonna assume I'm correct in assuming that's where you're charting at. K-Bear, you know I like my channels a little bit more. It lined up too perfect, but I think your cost basis is dude, look at that cost basis. Holy shit. So yeah, 2086 basically. That's where shit goes sideways. Okay, I see where you're drawing that other trend line though. That could be a deviation for sure. Okay. So let's go back, and again I'm trying to find whack. I'm trying to find Mr. Turtles for 421. So it looks like you were right here. Right? Am I tripping balls right now? Sunday 412. Okay. And then I'm going to get rid of after hours because I don't know why, man, but I cannot find the chart that you're looking at. Is this, let me know, is it has been a question I've been holding for a long time. We're gonna answer it for sure. We'll figure out. I'm trying to just figure out the Potter box. Does the Potter box apply more to the sell side since the red candle closed high than the green candle closed below at 220? What does this? If you're saying no, that there's no, that doesn't change anything. It just establishes where if you open up against resistance, then that's your resistance. So if you open up and immediately dump, that just indicates that you opened at resistance. So that's it. All right. So I think this is where you're looking right here, and this is so. If that's what you're talking about right here, the candle on the next day just simply gaps back up, and it gaps up above cost basis, which is why you end up making a new high. Let's see. 105.70. Yeah, I'd love to know where that wick is. All right, well, I'm getting a little bit hung up on this. I wish you had a laptop or like different than a mobile, because I can't really see it very well. But we'll figure out how to answer that question thoroughly, because I feel like there's more to add to it. So, all right, so let's keep going, guys. If you guys have any requests, obviously, guys, on the Discord. Calvin Hill, you're like the Calvin Hill of stocks. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Yeah. All right, guys, make sure you guys are tapping your screen. Let's go ahead and check out another request that I got. Was Cron. Sounds like a disease of penny stock, pestilence. All right. Yeah, and Calvin does crypto. Yeah. I don't know if it's good or not. I would say that, dude. I mean, honestly, so this is one of those fucking bullshit, and it's funny. It does actually adhere to certain mechanical features. You didn't even quite get up into this, because this is really where the majority, in my opinion, of the volume is right here. You did come back down. You did bounce at cost basis, so look for an open on Cron above $2.05. And then from there, I would be looking for a 214 break. 214. It's right here, and I know I'm not drawing it out, but there's a box right there, and there's a box right here. Both of those cost bases are going to be needed to break. Otherwise, you know, this is a penny pharmaceutical stock, and this could have just been a pump and dump. Although I will say that type of bucket right there and incredibly high short volume could lead to a nice ripperoni. I would say that the price target is 250. If that makes any sense. Yeah, Microsoft's tough to trade for new people, though. All right. Yeah, make sure to post that in the Neo charts, everybody. Let me see your charts. Yeah, if you guys are in the Discord, listen. I even if you don't play it, I want you guys to post those charts, because when you post things like that, it gives me an idea of where you're at in your process. Also with Crohn's, you know, maybe there's some sort of higher trend line, so maybe watch. Yeah, I would say 750 and 250 and 750, 270 are good. All right, let's keep moving, guys. I'm trying to get as many of these down as I can. Obviously QQQ. Don't dip, kids. All right. Not a problem. Yeah, I chart oil. I'll chart whatever you guys want. Also, just briefly, I do want to mention I will not be trading. I will be live on TikTok in the morning. I will not be live for the trading week. So you guys will have me before and after. If you want to trade with us, it's $89 for the whole month, and I'm sure that just in the week we can help. But if you're brand new, don't. If you just have found me, don't. Yeah, this week especially could be pretty tough. So just throwing that out there. All right. Let's see. So I already said this multiple times. I do think that there's a possibility to see the Qs pull back and see bounces off of this mark and potentially trend back down to move into the 340s personally is my mark, and then I'm looking for a bounce and a recovery of 252, and then that would be a punchback, and then we'd be looking at, you know, obviously potentially new highs. So this we are up at resistance. This is a huge mark for QQQ. If you guys have been watching it over the last couple of weeks, we talked about this wall, this 370 mark being the wall. Anything past that is filling this imbalance to 380, and that's it. That's it, guys. You need to hold. If you're bullish, right, you want to hold, and you closed right at cost basis. You do not want to open below 365, and you do not want to lose your floor. Your floor is right here, and that's 360. Psychological numbers all around. If you guys are on TikTok, please remember to tap your screen. I appreciate it greatly. Excuse me. All right. Crowd. Oh, well, that's not the best thing you could have seen from crowd. Yeah, I think we've discussed already that this is something that has been broken. Yeah, we don't like that. We like that. That's good. Yeah, not a great way to move. All right, so I will say there was a punchback, and crowd did in fact go and make a new high. Really weak, and I can tell you that right now that the where you rejected is laughable. You actually ended up there's a small box right here. You actually ended up tapping that cost basis at 160, 165. I think this is really straightforward, folks. Right here is your wall. This is where sellers currently control the price, especially at this 360.30 mark. And then looking left, right, the 157, it's actually 157, is your resistance, right? Overall, box, bounce, right here, hold above, punch back through. So here's the deal, guys. With crowd, and there is the you know, possible uptrend that we've established here. You can see that crowd is looking like it wants to pull back a little bit further, and from there I would be looking at the area of consolidation underneath you right here, and your cost basis within that, which is going to be 132, and I would be aiming for crowd to drop to that 132, and then obviously, you know, it's got a trend. It's not going to just not do anything, and then, you know, potentially you're going to continue with that uptrend and crush that, or you will be breaking down below 132.75. But in the meantime, right, looking out past channels, right, and looking at support, you want to hold 138.50. So. UPS. Hell yeah. I don't think this week's. I think this week might have a little. If we open up in range, this week's gonna suck balls. But at the same time, I would love to see some pullbacks. That'd be really cool. All right. Wow. What the fuck? UPS looks like absolute garbage. Wow. But something's happening here. Something's happening. Nope. 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 We gotta find it. Where are you at? There you are. Gotcha. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Even more uh-ohs. Oh, shit. Dude, this could be a fucking dumper. So you've got a point of contact here. You've got points of contact there. You've got resistance, obviously Potter box right there. You've got cost basis that you're dealing with right now, and you did not break it. I think this is also one of those charts that it's, I mean, I wouldn't as an investor be looking to buy this thing until 183.50 is reclaimed, and then obviously the 191, well, you know, cost basis in itself would be okay. You have fallen, you did pull back, and you made a, you know, particularly small new low. The only contrarian thing that I could say to UPS, and yes, you do have 1, 2, 3. So, you know, don't chuck it out now. But when I see this right here, I see the potential for, you know, further, and it may be that you don't even get a chance, but for potential further downside. But that's just momentary, right? It wouldn't take but just an open above 183 and a break above this 193 mark, and that would signify to me that obviously we're going to be making a new high. And that's where I don't trade patterns, but I would be looking at the inverse head and shoulders type setup, with the shoulder, head, and then potential shoulder here. But of course that would just require that this breaks, and then I'd be looking at 210 as a target to the upside. So yeah, they are going on strike. Again, I don't even look at that kind of stuff that comes after I've done the analysis. Usually the analysis, and you'll kind of see that. So you'll do the analysis and then kind of see the setup for it potentially happening. But yeah, for the next minute, if you guys don't mind, if you guys are on TikTok, drop a comment, thumbs up, tap your screen, whatever. It all helps. I appreciate you all very, very much. I do apologize. I've been MIA for a minute off of the talk. So, all right. SLG. What the fuck is a purpose robot? Wait, what? Oh, you changed it. You sneaky bastard. I don't even remember changing that to that name, but it is what it is. All right, let's take a look at this thing. SLG Realty. Obviously a nice strong trend separated by that clone. Bam. Trying. I tell you what, that's hot dog water. All right, so here's what I see. So the obvious thing is your floor, your cost basis. God damn, dude, look how perfect that is. Cost basis, floor. That's hardly an area of consolidation. You don't really have anything, but you do have a cost basis, and that cost basis is $39. Now what are you coming out of? You've got another area of consolidation, and that one is wick based, and you've got 50%. So you are currently filling an imbalance in between you and the last low that you made. So you just had the low there, 33.32. You've tapped that. Ultimately, that's going to be the first resistance above you, right? Anything below 24.32 is an automatic trigger, in my opinion, for a leg down to what's likely going to be the teens. Otherwise, a reclaim of this, and I'm going to be really, really specific, but 33.50 would be my reclaim mark. And then from there, you have a not so friendly $36 that would also have to be reclaimed. Once those are reclaimed, that shows that buyers are present, and I would be looking at all of these gaps and other triggers. So from this cost basis break of $39, my target would automatically possibly be 50. So Tesla, there's a gap below on Tesla, but they do have earnings coming soon, so that's something to think about as well. Let's see here. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. I appreciate you. All right. I see Tilray. Oh God, the trash can of the fucking cannabis companies. Well, all of them are trash. Biggest scam ever. No, I don't like that at all. I don't even know if it's worth it. Oh my God. No, man, that's some horrendous looking charts right there. All right, let's take a look at this time frame. Yeah, trash is accurate. Uh, it's really bad, and it always is trying to do something like this. I mean, depends on what you believe. You know, when I'm looking at this personally, I don't. Maybe it is actually. You know what? Maybe it is a good low risk equity play. I wouldn't argue this, right? I wouldn't argue that this is a low risk, potentially high reward. Maybe if you have options. Maybe it goes for like a squeeze. Perhaps they get news. But no matter what, right? This is going to be very heavily controlled. And so making sure that you're not running things too hard or going too crazy. Personally, I would be looking for, and you know, look at the box that you're currently within. You're flat with no nothing. So I would be looking for a candle open above 181 to fill the imbalance up to 230 potentially. How can we learn from you besides my lives, my Discord? What's the trigger you're using there, mate? So I don't use any indicators for my triggers. I've had, you know, a giant epiphany way back, you know, where basically leaning on what Paul Tudor Jones said, the market is mechanical, and inserts or insertions of liquidity set those mechanics off. I believe in that wholeheartedly. So you know, when a stock, so like for example, sellers control the 180, right? Buyers control the 150. In the middle of them is cost basis. That's where you're going to know for sure if you open up above 170, you will go to 180, right? That's just how that works. Now, if that is broken or opened up above, you open above 180, that puts you as an immediate candidate to run to the obvious psychological number of $2. There we go. And that's where my trigger would be based. And one of the reasons that I trade this way is because, say, sellers control this price, right? And we'll bring it back down to a more tangible 775, where the majority of all of these candles close. So let's say that a candle opens on a Tuesday above 175, 77, and it pulls back and bounces off of it. I decide to buy there off that gap fill bounce. That is essentially what's going to be my stop loss, right? Because if sellers control a particular price and price falls back down into their area of control, they're going to do what they do every single time price falls there. So that's how I trade. I trade based off of where other people put their leverage, where other people are controlling. When I find control, I have an entry. If I find cost basis, I have an entry, an exit, and a stop loss. Because again, I believe that the market is purely mechanical. I believe that you could also almost trade exclusively without fucking news, without any of it. I almost feel like, you know, and maybe it's worth trying one day, but you could just fucking trade and not look at the shit at all. Not the chart. But Anyway, so Tilray looks pretty interesting. Let's take a look at Tiva. This is coming from our Discord here. Holy fuck. When did I do this? Or when did we chart this? I don't remember doing this. Was it you? BK? I don't know if you're the one who asked me about this one, but damn. So number one, let's go ahead and establish the rules. What are the rules? First time? Okay. Somebody asked me about it a long time ago. Because clearly I charted it and I was right. Which, whatever. I wasn't in, so. Yeah, my link in the bio works, so you guys can tap that. All right, so first of all, this is actually something we're going to need to, again, kind of blue skidoo our asses down here a little bit further. There is a Potter box right there. I don't need to draw it. I can see it. I know where it's at. There's also a floor right here. Again, kind of like another box in of it itself. But if you'll notice, right, folks, that when I drop a line right there, do you guys notice what happens when the candle opens above or doesn't close on top of or moves, open up above, right? You guys see that is a price control point. So right now, I believe that you are attempting, right, a break and hold above this $8 even. And I think that's probably imperative. You must hold that. Now, from that mark, there's going to be a cost basis. That cost basis is 812. So that, if 812 is broken, that's my time to boogie. So I'd be looking at an entry on Tiva there. And that ultimately would lead me up into personally, I mean, I'd be aiming for 830 right now and then maybe 845. So do I choose Zen? I don't chew them, but yes, I do. And no, not Zen. Changed brands. It's Rogue, which is my cat's name. All right. One of my eyes looks like it's falling out of the foot. The lighting. Metaverses versus Apple. I don't know about that. All right. Balls. Damn. Give me a second here. There's something here. Huh. Okay, so right now, Ball is actually, I mean, this is a fucking killer place to be looking because, again, Ball is in range. You guys got some fire requests tonight. There's a lot of small, and this could be some small account stuff where you just fucking take some low risk, high reward trades, kind of like TTI. Okay, so here's what I see. I see a wall right here at 62.20, and this is basically going to be the middle ground. Now, period, end of story, this is your box. And inside of that box, you've got a cost basis. That cost basis is $55 even. You can obviously see some big price movement off of that mark. We're going to go ahead and box that out. So let me explain to you the difference, right, when you're looking for breakouts that are still coming out of range. So say a candle opens up above 52.72, I'm still in. I'll take a look at target for next. But anyway, so if a candle opens up in this area, I'm long, and I would be long 1, 2, 3. Now, ultimately, if this is a bearish pattern, you're not just going to fucking fall, period, right? You maybe, but I highly doubt it. And typically the reason that I doubt it is because you got to go and find sellers, and sellers don't just sell at the price that it's consolidating in. They're typically going to go and touch a new high. So with that being said, right, the area of reclaim would be $67. A cost basis within that area is going to be not the cleanest mark I've ever seen in my life. We're going to go ahead and settle on $71. How do AutoFibs look? So AutoFibs has 65.85 as a temp mark, right? And I can agree on that. You've got a candle bounce, candle open, and that leads you straight up into your cost basis. So perhaps we have a little bit further down. Yeah, I would say so. Okay. So we'll get rid of that and drop that up at the top. So ball, the way that I see it is if you open up a candle inside of these wicks, you should go right here, 65.63. I'd love to see a pullback, bounce off of that cost basis, and then a run up into the $70 mark. So, morning from Malaysia. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Potter Stocks Worldwide. All right, let's take a look at Target. Good chart. Good chart. Like that. Let's look at the lower time frames now. Sheesh. Holy fuck, dude. Look at that bastard, dude. Target. Been a day. So you have a fucking box and a cost basis right there. Can I expand on what you said about sellers are not going to sell in an area of consolidation area? You might have misheard me. So that if in an area of consolidation, our job as Potter Box traders is to, or PB, whatever you want to call it, is to identify where sellers control the price and buyers control the price. Buyers control the price at 180, 131, and sellers control the price at 135. So if you were, you know, say here, right, and you fell back into this box where sellers control the price, they're going to do their job and they're going to drive it back down to cost basis. That's where buyers and sellers decide whether they like the price. Sellers like the price and buyers aren't stepping up. Ultimately, you're going to make a new low. All right, so with Target, there's a lot going on here, a lot, and it may be the beginning of a seriously range-bound accumulation area. So bear with me because this chart is a fucking son of a bitch here. I'm going to try and color code cost basis as green so you guys kind of see what I'm doing here. Oh, motherfucker. Fuck, who did I offend? You know what? I don't know. You've been trying to get into the yearly. You missed the discount price. You missed the which one? We're not doing the 50% again, but if you missed like the 30% one, and you can show me, you know, like where you were in the chat or something of that nature, I may honor for yearly or lifetime. I can honor it, but you obviously like you to honor system there. I can just look and see when it came in the chat, but all right, so we're gonna go ahead and we changed that green. We're gonna kind of make it a little bit bigger. All right, so this is actually a crazy looking chart, and you're sitting on support. So support is support is support. You have a box that's using this box. I don't want to confuse you guys. Cost basis. This area of consolidation is using that cost basis as its floor, right? This is also a cost basis. That's that resistance, and this area of consolidation is cost basis. So while it may seem confusing, it ultimately is going to set up a trigger for you to lead you up and out or up and down, whatever the case may be. Now, I see two lows. Okay, I see two lows. And I also see this. Oh, shit. So I like to do this a lot. And this happens when trend is set. Yeah, look at that. So you do absolutely have a downtrend set right now. And it may be, so the price target here is 121, based on what we can see from the chart. It's been a long fucking time since target's been this far down. Huh. And you know what? 121 is cost basis in the area of consolidation below. Okay, so now this is temporary, but if you do not bounce, you are more than likely going to go make a new low. There is a target or trigger. That trigger is 128 even. If 128 even is lost, I would assume we are going down to visit that support. So yeah, ball looks good. You know, again, just set your trigger, your price, and fucking go for it, dude. This shit looks pretty good. All right. Can I pay extra? Can you pay extra for what? Oh, can you pay extra for membership? I don't know, man. I don't know if I can. That's too much bargaining, dude. Stresses me out. We'll see. We'll talk about it, you know. Nah, man. All right. Honestly, this is a kick-ass chart. Looks good. Be patient. Play your triggers. Set your stop losses. Good luck on that one. All right. If you guys are, we're gonna go ahead and start shutting things down. All right. So we're gonna get it towards the end of the stream. I'm gonna give a couple more announcements as we do that. I will be posting a schedule on what we are going to be doing this week and what's going to be happening in the Discord. What my schedule is. If you are new or you are joining our monthly, be sure to DM me. Let me know. I can also send you some information. And then next week on Wednesday, I'm just going to be doing a introduction video live in the Discord with members of the Discord to get them familiar with our system, with our chat, what we're looking for. 50% off. No, 30% off yearly and lifetime. So most, if not all, people who have purchased this have it paid for and are continuing to make money. And if you don't fucking believe me, you can go look in the Discord. It is happening for real. So, all right. What do you think this week? Why do I think this week is going to be rough? I don't necessarily think that this week is going to be rough. Well, if we continue to open up in range with the sentiment, I believe they're going to still milk some red candles. I did share my thoughts on SPY, but we can circle around back to that. Thank you guys for tapping your screen. You guys are fucking awesome. All right, let's go ahead and finish out this live strong. So you guys go ahead and I paid for mine in about 3 weeks. Yeah, Rogue, good example. So stupid China news. Maybe a little bit more honey though. Cool. Yeah, Target short. Nothing happening till inflation. Right. But earnings season is also coming too. So that's typically great fuel for direction, you know. And we can't go into earnings season fucking red. So all right. Let's go ahead and one last round of yes, 30% off. And if you want 30% off yearly lifetime, you have to DM me in the Discord. That's it. I'm not saying anything else about it. So drop your request. We're going to go ahead and try and shoot down these as quick as we can. AI. So I'm going to do most of these on the daily. That's Bank of America. It's all right. I know what you mean. I know that because I don't think that's a stock. Okay, you're lacking structure. That's one. What's up? Okay. By the way, my fiance, her fashion's gonna be exhibited in Vogue this week. It's cool. She's famous. You gotta fake it till you make it. It's not. It's not. We made that up. But if you say it long enough, do better. I have a lot of faith in her. Are you announcing when that intro goes? Yeah, in the Discord, I'll post my schedule. And then this upcoming week, I'll post another one. But that's if you are joining the Discord. Obviously, there's videos for you to get an idea of what's going on in the chat. But this is also just for me to basically get you guys on track with what strategy I'm using, you know, what we're looking to accomplish, how you guys can get value out of the Discord. Yeah, so anyway, all right, keep those requests coming, guys. I'm trying to work my way through it. So personally, when I look at AI, my friend, I still see a stock that is building, but I also see a lot of selling taking place. And what I also see right now is basically a forward area of consolidation. So let me explain what I mean. You haven't quite yet established the full entirety of your box, but I truly believe that that box is right here. And that you have a cost basis and that AI closed underneath it, and that's 39.20. So AI would need to open back up above that, and ultimately that and a $40 break should lead you back. Oh, hello, puppy. Oh my goodness. So happy to see me. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta show him the dog. You gotta show him the dog. Look. She won't stop growing. You can't see it. Show them yourself. Look at this dog. Fuck this green screen though. Look how big this puppy has gotten, dude. It's ridiculous. Such a good dog. All right, that's AI. Let's keep it moving. NVIDIA. That's not a stock. NVIDIA. Weekly. Not much to tell. Daily. Building. Cost basis. Very cool. Cool. Now you've got a cost basis underneath you, and that's there. Look at the candle closings. That's 4. Ooh, so you got everything you need all in one. I will, sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Underneath this mark, right? And you know, with a little bit of grace from the 405. So there's going to be 2 marks. Let's see. Can I don't want to fucking steal that, but no, we're not going to steal that. We're going to steal this. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I want to be very specific on this shit, okay? You have to open up underneath for a 13, period. And then you still don't have a guaranteed short. So right here, right, I would say entry there, stop level there. Entry here, I mean, really, that's too fucking far away, but 418.75 would be my stop. My profit target would only be cost basis, which is right around 390. Now, now that's the downside. I'm giving you guys both sides of the coin always. Yes, you got to just DM me on the Discord. Yeah, dude, if you're in Canada, I definitely don't charge. I adjust for you guys. I think it's ridiculous, and I'm sorry that it is that way. I also don't have any way to accept payment, but I'll DM you. I figured out a way, but it's just stupid. So, again, I DM me if you guys have any more questions about that. I don't want to. That's not what we're here for. Anyway, cost basis rejection. So you need to stay here, stay bullish, right, and stay sideways. Please stay sideways. If you can stay sideways, I am going to safely assume that possibly, maybe, I don't know if you have earnings coming up, but if you can stay sideways, that'll give you the pop that you're looking for, where, of course, 445 and 450 are the first targets. Period. End of story. That's it. There you go. All right. I did Neo already. AR, or what the fuck? RKLB. A Rocket Man. This song just reminded me of, or the stock reminded me of Elton John. All right, we gotta thin those up. Give me a light stroke. I'm really surprised that Cave Bear didn't.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Make sure you guys' soundboard volume's down. My bad. All right, so I say bullish on this. Maybe. And you're really fighting. So this is an interesting chart. We're gonna adjust it a little bit. Perfect. Okay. All right. So here's what I see with Rocket Labs. Now, of course, the price targets above you get kind of heinous or far away, right? Here's what I see. I see you holding on to cost basis at 550, meaning that underneath that, you're more than likely going to support at 517. Anything underneath that, and you're gonna fall. And you can continue to build here. Now, any candle open, and I'm gonna say this tentatively because you already have $5.99 and basically $6, right? So use the previous high, 612, as a stop loss, or our previous resistance is our cost basis. So you could use cost basis as well above 590. When is the bear market going to end? Yeah, German Shepherd. I don't know. What do you mean, like this current one? Tired of doing Roblox. Did I get a Roblox request? No, but I have been playing BattleBit. If anybody out there plays BattleBit, you can add me. I'll play with you. All right. Baba. Oh shit. Baba, write it down. Oh, Baba. Baba. What, Coco? You stressed out? You stressed out, puppy dog? No. Nice, so stressful. All right, you ready? I'm ready. Let's get it. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you guys by charting it like this, but I'm gonna have to do it anyway. So commence confusion now. So we're gonna just basically use a lower deviation. Look at that. Do you guys see that? Ooh. All right, now we're gonna clone this. Nah, we ain't doing that. Fuck that. Here's what we're doing. Dude, my eyes hurt. These lights are blinding me. I am now a mouse. Oh, you guys can see the reflection. Even better. Play Soul Calibur 6? You gotta send me like an invite or something. I don't know what that is. Yes, I will put this on YouTube. It will be on there later. So here's what I see. Playing COD this morning, and I was on a team with the guy whose tag was Starboy to Goat. No way, Rogue. That's awesome. I play squads and I play BattleBit. Yeah, BattleBit Remastered. BattleBit's fun. It's a quick, like, fun. That one's sick. I'll play that one with you guys. I don't play Call of Duty though. All right, so I see the potential for an inverse head and shoulders. I also see that a candle, and this is fucking killer, guys. I need 92.75, so I'm gonna write this down. Baba 92.75, and I'm not, guys. Do not be surprised if I fucking load the boat with, or like Neo, ACI, Tilray, Ball, and Baba. If I just throw contracts in that small account, because honestly, those are all really good setups. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders potential. I would say at the moment, in order to avoid any bearishness, your bearish mark is going to be right here, and that's 89.80. So, all right, let's look at PLTR. I'm gonna do what you did, right? So we can compare charts, and I see you're still working with the Potter box. So let's do a little one-on-one, huh? Let's see how you did. Okay, good job. You excluded the wick. Good points of contact. You don't have after hours, do you? Yeah, you're missing after hours. That's okay though. This chart's still the same. Maybe a little bit wider here. Yeah, that's good. That's money right there. Okay, so good job on that. What the fuck? Oh, that's right. That is right. We were looking at the overall higher time frame break, which we came to the conclusion that that was based off of this. And you get a big bounce off of that linear deviation. So here's what, and there's a lot going on here, so I apologize, but here's what I see. Yeah. Yeah, that Mr. Belvedere, that's why dude, I think DM me, let me know if you have a laptop or like what you got as far as like charting programs. I mean, if you don't have a laptop or something like that, you know, like I'll try and help you figure out something. I think I've told you that before, but I think I'm seeing you start to get the Potter box, man, which is really exciting. So, all right, let's see. All right, so here is what I see. Again, there is a. It's kind of odd because you know you are that is its own Potter box. So here's what I see. I see you're sitting at cost basis. I do feel that it is a possibility that I can be wrong and that this is the entirety of our box and that it's just a little bit farther up is our cost basis. So it may be that we are just below or just above. But what I would say is watch 1527. 1527, underneath that, you will go to 1512. And then from that mark, I would just, and you know, forgive all this extra stuff, but I would be looking at this floor. So right here, do you guys see this floor right there? That's 1492. Excuse me, sorry, 1485. That is where you go south. Mr. Belvedere, I will pay for your charting program. For, you know, if it's like monthly or yearly, we'll or if you want on Black Friday, I'll grab it for you. But you got to have a charting program, my guy. Like, and you need to be able to see, if you're gonna do what I do, you got to have the monthly, yearly, or the after hours, ARCA data, NYSE data, all that stuff. So the lights are hurting my eyes. All right. Yes. What program do I use? I use TrendSpider, but TradeStation is fine. Remember, homework, Neo. I want to see you guys posting those Neo charts. All right. So we got PLTR. We're gonna do one more, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Already did Disney. No, I don't think I did actually. Yeah, right now, man, I am under the impression at the moment that anything underneath 86.35 is fucking
Oh, there's the main events.
what?
Most savagery right there by Riche, which is making Freeman turn over the 2 sevens.
Thanks, Dave Bear. I was being nosy, I'm not gonna lie. I had my finger over it. I was being nosy. That was me. It's a character flaw. Cold coffee. Not that good. All right. I don't know if you guys have seen that Bo Burnham thing, but I feel like I look like Bo Burnham right now. That welcome to the internet. I barely figured out 200 days video. Don't even worry about that shit, bro. TrendSpider always. I don't use the brokerage. One of two things is going to happen here. One of two things is going to happen here. You have a separate trend right here, right? And it's in line with what you're already trending. Okay, it's already there. But ultimately, what I would be looking for is a just ever so light tap of 85 and a candle close back up above 87. But if you fall any further and close below and you do not bounce, I'm going to assume that you're going to go make a new low. Now, you are sitting on support, so a recovery and a push back up above 94.27, I am under the strong impression that you will go back up for yet again a third test around 108. But all right, that is it, guys. One more request from the Discord. What the fuck is that? Ooh. Hey, okay. Let's see that shit. That's a little bit better. Yeah, when I get off of this, I'm gonna put my kids to bed and gonna do a little bit more prep for tomorrow. I did open up a couple of new pages. We got the discussion board. You know, again, if you guys have anything that you think could be useful for the Discord, things that I could be doing a little bit better or something of that nature, please don't. I do not get my feelings hurt. I couldn't be talking this much shit if I did. But you guys are always welcome to, except for Bitquid. He can't. Bitquid, yeah, he can't. He's not allowed. You're grounded. I could feel something brewing. I don't know. I just felt like it was coming. If not now, maybe later. But yeah, if you, I think this is going to get lower, but I need a good, yeah, something, obviously a catalyst, but you're sitting on support, you bounce on support. So, again, if you guys are on the live on TikTok, and you guys want to jump in the Discord, that is going to be the best place for you guys to work, trade with me, and also just period, end of story, get all of the free education, everything, that I've got. So, yeah, straight up, that is me. VIAV, it does look like a punchback. It does. You did fill a massive gap. That gap was filled and blown past. And now really the only thing that I see is, you know, and I'm sure there's going to be some price targets in between you and there. But I see the previous floor. Hold on one second. So we're going to, what is this wick off of? Nothing much. What is that? It's 1236. That's 50% of the imbalance. And then the imbalance is filled 19, 1295. So personally, I would be looking for that imbalance to get filled, and then it looks like you've resumed trend, right? So we could also be looking for the resumption and hit of, hold on one second. So it looks like, I'm going to say 1265 or the wick. Will I be grading our homework charts? I mean, I can, yeah, if you'd like for me to, make sure to drop your charts though in the comment, like kind of where Cave Bear, that's fine though, honestly. That's totally fine, because then I can just see yours individually. Yes. I will ask for a favor, is if you have Potter boxes, your boy is mildly colorblind, so if you would make sure that they're a little bright, or solid lines, it's totally up to you, or shaded areas, one of the two, because otherwise I can't really differentiate what you're identifying. But yeah, I mean, as far as grading, I'm just gonna probably tomorrow we're gonna go over the Neo charts, and I'll do it live where we kind of go over the, because I'd like to enter this trade. Hit the link in the bio. If that link doesn't work, copy and paste that link and then put it into your browser. So again, our Discord is not a signal chat. We're not just signaling. Our Discord is has a purpose. It is supposed to help you build yourself into a independent trader. So obviously, if you're just still searching for signals or a free ride, we're probably not the vibe. That was a haiku. All right. Yep. That, just check out the Discord. Awesome. All right, well, be sure to DM me if you have any questions. You know, obviously check out the monthly before you get into any your average trader. I'm about to hop off now, my guy. You can catch me in the Discord tomorrow. Again, I will not be trading live on TikTok or anywhere else except for the Discord. That is it. All right, see you guys later. TikToker or Discorders, Simple Stackers. Make sure to check out that homework. And again, don't go into tomorrow with anxiety. Have a plan. There's also a couple of bots. The Me6 bot and the Stock bot are working, so you guys can use those. But other than that, you guys have a good night. So, peace. Answering, I remember I asked this guy about a stock and a question. I remember I asked this guy about a stock and a question, and he just laughed. Maybe I might have. Yeah, I don't know. Was it funny? But if you want me to take a look at it for real, don't remember that accusation, so I can't defend myself. Maybe I did. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. How much is it? It's 89 bucks. It was 65, but Discord changed it without my knowledge, and I have proof of that because I have a lot of people be like thinking I'm fucking trying to pinch pennies over here. Trust me, I literally showed you guys the profits that I make from Discord, and it's not a lot. I do not make a lot of money from Discord. If I don't even make enough money to cover my fucking monthly bills. That's for sure. All right. Yeah, DM me on Discord if you guys need anything. Otherwise, peace out. Have a good night. Night night.